Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. What is your current time? Let's just get to it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ads are gonna start actually.
Friday! Friday!
Uh-huh. Ads are gonna start in like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna prevent that from happening and actually run them in a couple minutes. So we skip the pre-rolls. I tried to play a Sonic game, but it just wasn't wanting to load for some reason, and I can't be fucked to deal with it. So we're playing this instead. But ads are gonna start soon. Let's turn on my light. Crossroads was not working. It was not working. Please let me run my own ads. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's doing it. It's doing it on its own. Never mind. Whatever. Not Sigma. Yeah, but that's just how it goes. I'm not gonna mess with that. I love the sounds in this game. I could just sit on the menu and... I don't know what's wrong with my watch streak. I think I just didn't finish it. I really need to finish that. Like, after this stream. But I'm gonna be gone all weekend. So I won't have time because I'm leaving for the beach tomorrow morning. Whatever. The beach, yes. Turn off the V-Sync. Otherwise, jump. Yeah, right. Alright, I'm gonna wait until the ads actually start and until they finish because I'm courteous of those without a sub. Oh! I've been watching Markiplier recently, and I'm like, he's just a guy who started streaming just to stream for fun, and he's just doing his own thing. I can do that. You know, like I can do that. Ads are gonna start in a minute. Okay, so it's such a goob. Yeah. Yeah. But see, the thing is, he doesn't swear. Which is almost worse. Because sometimes the things he says. Sometimes I wish he cursed more. But I'm glad he doesn't, because that means my kid can watch him someday. So, you know. But do I still have my... No, I don't have my sound thing. Okay. Are ads going? Alright, ads are starting. Ads are starting. I will wait until they're done and look at stuff on my phone. Can I? You're just gonna have to listen to this. You're just gonna have to listen to this. Is my gain up? My gain needs to be up. Because I don't want my microphone so close to my mouth. Not sponsored, but today's drink. Today's drink. Are the ads done? Are the ads finally done? Okay, good. And we can get to the game. Ow, my thigh. My left leg has been seething with rage. And I don't know why. Okay.
This is
Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. Work day. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. 284. 284. 428. 429.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
God?
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
God?
Stanley went around touching. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? I feel like I'm floating. Can I get up there? Can I get up here? Somehow? And get out the window? Can I get up there?
First, Stanley seemed to open the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Just a what now?
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to
You
fit an
are
answer?
reading way too
Perhaps you
deep
never
into these
even
things.
thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
Shut up!
Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh, thank you. Right. Hello? What the f- Where do I go? Yes, I am. I'm sick of it. Please. Where do I go? Where do I go? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I turned that computer off somehow. Awaiting input.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll do as he says this time. No, not without me. Don't go without me. I can't go. No. Pretty pictures. I want to see that so bad. But I also just want to watch it on my own time. Is the problem. So I just have to avoid the internet for 2 weeks. Because I want to react to it, you know?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting room. Can I get rid of this somehow? Who's changing the scenes? An auto slide?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So
That's
he
not
turned
true!
around and got back on track.
Nope.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
No.
Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh, I love this ending. I love this ending so much. It's not an ending, but I love this
It was
bit.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I love this
He wasn't
bit
even
so
doing
much.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm checking my phone. So it's your day.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing
Yeah.
nothing?
Yeah,
Why?
because I
Can you
can.
offer me some explanation here? I'm genuinely confused.
Because I can.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say,
Hey guys, look at this YouTube.
Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was
Why is it in purple?
I hope your friends find this concerning.
Why is it in purple? Look at this.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
All right.
Ah,
La-da-dee.
it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Okay. Oh my gosh, is that a broom closet?
Too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls
Have
to.
the cane, because
fish,
that's way too
fungus.
loud. I'm sorry.
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. Wrench.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
No,
office.
I didn't actually. I'm gonna hide in the corner. And actually, I'm gonna go over for here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
Starts
why
eating
had he
closet
taken that
chemicals.
risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Can I steal
His
the car?
boss would think he was crazy.
Can we play
And then
GTA?
something occurred to Stanley.
Whatever.
Maybe, he thought to himself,
Billboard.
maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't
I
be
forgot
real.
about this
And
one.
at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
Oh, I
He
don't like
wasn't
this
crazy
anymore.
after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself...
I don't like this anymore.
began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley.
You know, I've had dreams like
One he
this
was
before. It's
amazed
not
he hadn't asked
uncommon.
himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That part I haven't, but
Now
the
voice
dream
was
part I
describing
haven't.
itself being
It's
considered
not
by
uncommon.
Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this
I want to go in the elevator.
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
May have a
responsibility
cold drink.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes.
Let me have a drink!
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside.
Let me out!
Let me
out! Let me wake up! Let me wake up!
I'm through with this dream.
I'm through with this dream.
I wish it to be over.
I wish it to be over.
Let me go back to my job.
Let me go back to my job.
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Let me continue pushing the buttons, please.
It's all I want.
That's all I want.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always
I have a
been.
wife?
My life is normal. I am normal.
No, you are
Everything will
not,
be
Stanley.
I am okay.
That is also a lie. Soda!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Done.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What is happening? What is happening? What if I do that again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Is it?
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm gonna turn my volume down a bit.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is
Stanley began screaming.
Boss, I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I got shot.
The story of a woman named Mariella.
Sorry, my gain is way too high because the game is so loud.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Was this any
But
different?
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Is this any
then
different?
collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Is this any different? Did I do that for nothing? I did that for nothing. Okay, cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I think
Perhaps
it's okay.
He had simply
All right.
missed a memo.
I can hear you
No
in the
matter
game
how
fine. Got
hard
it.
Stanley looked,
Good.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I wanna be in the room where it happens. Room where it happens.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Okay, we'll
open
do
doors,
the
he entered
regular,
the door
the
on his left.
regular ending.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wanna be in the room where it happens. Okay. I have too much energy. So Stan the man had a plan where he finds Dan and they go. Oh no. Bathroom. Toilet paper. Extreme bathrooms. I saw that. Extreme toilet racing. The elevator. Is the narrator singing? Is the narrator singing? That's all I wanted.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I could have possibly not, I couldn't have known that. I couldn't know English either. Because I am French. That's actually 100% true. I am part French.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his
I have a
thumbs.
French heritage.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Nope. I couldn't have known that, though. I could not have known that.
2845.
I could not have known that, narrator. Nope.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override
Sick, Stanley.
and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Sorry, my god. Anything? Stare into the light.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No, I want to go back up.
Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
And back over here.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating
that's alcohol.
ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of
I
uncompromising
wanted the couches again. I
narrative.
wanted the couch parkour.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Good. Sarcastic fuckface. God. And back down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Having an M&M.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I didn't. Actually, I want to go back up.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to
I'm
grapple
such a
with what
brat.
might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh, I'm such a brat. I'm back.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Can you put me on hold?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
We don't need to... You know what I need, Eminem?
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Alright, let's go down. He's gonna kill me.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it.
I'm annoying the shit out of him.
Revelatory Stanley's decision-making is, a breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm annoying the shit out of him, dude. Let the dude. Let's see what's over here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I don't want to. I want to go back up.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
What?
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Touch you?
There we go.
No.
Isn't this so much more exciting?
No, I don't like it anymore.
Seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
I don't like
they
it
want
anymore.
big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual
He
reveal?
does laundry by hand.
This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now.
You get
This
gold
is
star
the
for
most
that one. You know what you get? You know what you get for that? You know what you get for that? You know what you get for that? Oh my gosh.
exciting narrative to be developed in years. And
Type
it's
something
really
in
all
chat.
because of you.
Dude,
You're the
type
one who
anything
took
in
this
chat.
bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative evil all the time, and we all know it. Which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you. So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley.
He's been going up and down an elevator, man.
The impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
I'm at the Grammys. Or I'm at the Oscars.
Okay,
It's the red
Red
carpet.
press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Well, we both burn them. World's healthiest human being. Huh? I thought that was a flex tape guy for a second. I'm gonna go outside now. Just wanted to say hello. Have fun outside. The storyteller. Is that what we look like, dude? Tetsuo. What is happening?
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
What about this one? What if I want to go back? What if I wanted to go back? I can't. Man. Okay. Why is it eerily quiet? Let me back. Let me over there.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
All I did was get
It
up
looks
and
like they're
down
ready
an
for you.
elevator.
Go get 'em.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, my tinnitus. I can hear colors. Oh. Oh, no. Why would you do that? Oh, I'm never doing that
Stanley had
again.
never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
No, we're not doing new content yet. Respectfully, shut up. I had an aneurysm
When
there
Stanley
for a
came
second.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I had an aneurysm for a second. I can't. I can't. Yeah, fine. We'll do what he says.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Money, money, money. Guess what? Do I wear orange or slightly more orangey orange? Just wear a nice shade of orange. Just a not too orange, but not too less orange. Okay, but it is. This guy. This guy. Okay. I'm not gonna be like Mark and be in there for like 30 minutes.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, This keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Escape?
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion, and
Why is this down here, by the way? It's the thing.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss,
Oh,
plucking
God.
the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
You're just now realizing that?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led
Who are you?
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Hey! No, I was promised a horrible death. Excuse me. Oh no, it's the Truman Show all over again.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
It's
What
the
exactly
Truman
did the
Show all
narrator think
over
he was going to
again.
accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh! Is this a map? Oh, it's just up until that point. Okay. If one of those opened, I was gonna be so scared. I like that one. Alright, time for some reading. I didn't say I was gonna read out loud. Look, Nate, I'm dyslexic. I don't know what you want from me. fun! Money! Warzone? Did they actually? Wait, let me read this one out. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. No, it's not! Oh my gosh. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. But it so is, though. Laser tag! I wanted to play laser tag. Okay, ads are gonna start in 5 minutes. So once they start, I will take a short break. Oh, was this like different versions? So this is a smaller one, this is a bigger one, this must have been the final design. I don't like that music though. I'm not trying to look at everything, guys. The lounge.
The big red button. And he pushed the number 9. On the roof.
I don't like that. Can I leave? We're just gonna begin the game again. And I think I'm gonna take a quick little break. 'Cause, my god. I've been live for 2 hours. And I've just been playing the Stanley Parable for most of it. And I doubt I'll play all the endings today. Because I don't want to be live longer than, what, 4 hours? So, I'm going to take a quick break. And I'll be right back. night. It's time to piss this fucker off once again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this different? Is this different? I mean...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did in fact do that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
What?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
What was that about?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it.
Is that actually a thing
and
that
you're all
happened?
very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear
Sorry,
it
I'm bopping
anywhere
to a
else in the
song in my
game.
head right now.
It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job.
My God.
Good job. job, you did it. Good 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 job, you did it.
Oh my god, dude.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I was
Perhaps he had simply
experimenting.
missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
Sorry, I have to
staircase,
wipe my nose.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Gross, I know, but I don't have any Kleenex left. 'Cause my allergies are killing me! What does it say now? Okay.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh,
He's
hey,
had enough.
Passageway.
He's had enough.
Please.
Dude's had enough of my shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I know that there's a trick here, I just don't know how to do it.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all have lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go.
I have to sit through this again, dude.
New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. And I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams.
This sounds like Bo Burnham.
Anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
You
Good
did
job,
it.
you did it. Good job, 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 you did it.
It looks so much
job,
better
you
like
did
this,
it.
though.
Good job, you did it.
Okay, let's not do that again, please. I just didn't know you could do it
All of
again.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Depending on how this
Yet
goes.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I got given a fresh snickerdoodle. Thank you, mother-in-law. Oh my goodness. Wait. No, I have to show this off. Because we're going to the beach. Me and my mother-in-law are going on a beach trip tomorrow morning. Until like the end of the weekend. I got a fresh snickerdoodle. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's a little puffy, but that's okay. That's so nice. Shout out to my mother-in-law. Oh my god. I'll let it cool for a little bit before I eat it, but I'm sure it's really good.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Oh no. I think he's over my shit. This narrator is about to divorce Stanley. Oh my gosh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Sorry. Allergies. Alright, no more
The lights rose
goofing
on
around.
an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to
No
himself.
more goofing
Did
around.
he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Where am I?
Each bore the number of an employee
427.
in the building.
There I am.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives
There I am.
of so many
427.
individuals reduced to images on a
427.
screen. And Stanley, one of them.
Have you tried checking out the
eternally
bottom of the mind
monitored in
control
this
facility?
place where freedom meant nothing.
No, I haven't. You want to try? No, I can't be. I can't do that again. Can I do it over here? No, there's not. Sure. Dang it. Wait.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it?
No, I'm not gonna
blindly?
do anything anymore. Why are there some missing? Are these all singly mounted? Ugh.
No. He refused to believe it.
No!
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It
Never.
was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
this
with
shit?
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's down there? Is there literally just nothing down here? Pretty red colors, oh yeah. I like it.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Now I know what happens here, but I'm still gonna turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Yeah, it is.
More time to shine.
I love this.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the
Where's the other
bomb goes
buttons?
off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
I know there's no way to get out of this.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Shit!
To them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit
Yeah, we
there
know
in
you're
your
the bad
office
guy.
forever, pushing buttons.
We know you're the
endlessly
bad guy
and
of this
dying
world.
alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground.
I'm gonna eat my
swallowing
cookie.
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Oh, good.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
No.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button.
I was. I'm not anymore. Shut up.
On every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything.
I'm not anymore. Shut up.
Here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only
This
still
music
playing instead
slaps.
of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this.
Should I move my camera, chat?
But I'm going to
I feel like the
destroy
camera
it
should be
first,
moved.
so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Are you done? Are you done ranting? Oh, good. Okay, continue. Okay, now we're gonna go do the same thing and turn it off.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
420! Okay. I hate Mondays. Why?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I thought that said 9/11 for a second. I'm like, guys. Guys.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Oh man, I remember this game?
Stanley
Hell
decided
yeah.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he'd come
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
staircase.
I'm gonna press the
Stanley
off
walked
button.
upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna press the off button and do the...
Here's the door, just go.
He's so over my shit. Saying, I'm gonna post this video as an actual video, so you should totally go watch it. After it's posted. I don't know if I'll get through all of this right now, because I'm already like 2.5 hours in.
Stanley
But
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
my right button makes me walk forward. My right mouse button makes me walk forward. Is this my first time playing it? Yes. I've seen the game a ton already. It's just been a while, so I'm like, I actually want to play it for myself. And I remember a lot of it
Now
through
the
a lot
monsters
of
jumped to
playthroughs.
life, their true nature revealed.
But I like playing it for
Each
myself.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's 427? 427!
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
Where's
it couldn't
427?
be
427!
true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused
No.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the
Sorry.
world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very...
Alright, let's turn it off.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Why does my right mouse
The
button
machine
make me go forward?
unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Let me
Where
out.
had his co-workers
Let me out.
gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into
see the
the
light.
chamber, he realized
I'm
none
free.
of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of
I'm not doing
liberation,
anything?
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So if the narrator's intention was to always free you, because that's his story. No, wait, if the narrator's intention, sorry, I have a Jax stress ball. Because he's a freaking asshole. But if the narrator's intention all along was to free you, why is he also controlling your mind? I don't know. There's new content, there's the right side. Do we want to stop with this for today and play a different game? Because you can have freedom if you don't have the... You can't have freedom if you don't first have captivity. That's fair. Everyone's born in a hospital. You're so right. Every human being has been born in some sort of building. If you're not from the Bible. And even then, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Do we want to play something else? Or do we want to continue with this? Because if we continue with this, I will have to take a break at some point. I don't know. And yes, people, you question the name of the mighty. Anything works, I'm just here for the ride. I don't know. I think we can continue for a bit. I still probably won't completely finish the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417? Where the hell is that? 41...
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh no, what have I done?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10
Oh my
clicks or
god!
so.
415? Where's that?
Now, back to door number 437.
Oh my god!
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Huh?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
What are we doing?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Oh no. Where's that? How do I do that? Hello?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on
Same.
door 416.
116? Where is that? Where's 416? Hello? He said 416, right? Am I blind?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
All
entered
right.
the door on his left.
No,
This was
I'm
not
going-
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Drinks.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
No.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I didn't think you could just...
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Oh?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Can you tell I'm bored?
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
On it. Now, where was 416, though?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I love him. I love the narrator.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Right?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Wait, was the new content door 416? Oh. Wait, am I dumb?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How do I do this?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Where is that? Was it the new content door? Zena, was it the new content door? Am I stupid? Where's 416? It is God! Man, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
My wife. It's in the new content. Nope. I'll do it. I'll do it later. Hold on.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no.
No.
You can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Well, that's not how I want to do it, brother.
Is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah, I am. And what about it? I'm streaming. What do you want?
This is why you've been able to make correct
You are live.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instruction.
What is that saying about me?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food
old is this
across the
facility?
world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision.
What is happening?
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we'll visit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been.
Danger everywhere! Huh?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform.
Man!
Imagine the main
Don't let me have any fun!
halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately,
why are there so many boxes?
This place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
All right. I'm just leaving. Found the reality bending room.
almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Let me out!
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Let me go home!
doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
One, two, three, question mark, 1, 2, 3, question mark, 1, 2, 3, question mark, 4, 5, 6, B, 4, 5, 6, B. Okay. 3, 6, 2, okay.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe
It's
after everything we
okay.
talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
User warning?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't
Yeah, I
impress
did.
upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He
Mike
actually
is
knows
funny,
how to
Mike,
do
I
what
know,
tell
it's
him to.
great.
He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh, bye.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Not listening to you. Oh, I thought that...
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
I see what's
Exactly
happening.
as Stanley would.
It face to
That
face with
means
greatness
choosing
and it's
responsibly
strange.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Let me in!
Find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What? Why is nothing? Why can't I? Oh, ads are gonna start in 5 minutes. Are you shitting me? Okay. Okay. Sure. Play until the ads start, I guess.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What
Shocked,
the?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
I can't
There
speak!
was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark. Fuck, I forgot. Damn.
Stanley spoke the code.
Night Shark
Shark
115.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the
I've
receiver.
been
Otherwise, you
speaking.
can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
I did!
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Was that me? Why am I Ross from Friends?
Stanley?
Why am I Ross?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Hear me click. Do you hear me
Stanley,
click?
this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is
I got
an
hair in my
important
nose.
thing you never know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Bro, that's how hairy
You need
it
time
is.
to decide.
No, I don't!
Time to make
My
sure
hair
your choice is
gets
correct.
in my
That is
nose.
the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I also have
Take
allergies.
as much time as you need.
Sorry, Leroy. Okay, ads are gonna start soon. So, I think I'll go for another hour. And then call it there. Maybe. Like, maybe I go for another hour and then I leave my game. I don't know. I have to pack for my trip after, so I don't know if I'll be on terribly much longer. But we'll see. Where's my phone? Oh, it's right here. How's the day going? I don't know if you know this, but the game is now paused. Yeah, because there's an ad break. I'm being courteous for those who don't have a sub. And get ads. Alright? The game. Is this what you wanted? You're speed running this menu like a pro. God. Alright, ads are finished.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Oh, please. Are you really
Time
for the achievement?
Time to try this again.
5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I want to see what he does, dude, after 416.
Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How do I... Let me on. I can never get this part. Get on the desk, dude.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
What's going on? What is happening? Why is he getting so excited over this? Hi, Sean.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 4-3. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Click on door
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
What kind of stream are you running here? Brain rot. Actually, the door closed. The door closed. Okay, well. I won't do new content this time, I don't think. Because there's still stuff to do on the right. But I really don't think I'm going to finish this today.
This was not the correct way to the
And there's
meeting
really
room,
no
and Stanley
way
knew it perfectly
to...
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
I don't
employee
know.
lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was? But
There's no
eager
way to
get
save
back
this, is
business,
there?
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I need a cigarette. Oh my god. Is this your first run? Yes, but I've seen a lot.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section.
I just haven't
walked
played
straight
it.
ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
I just haven't seen a lot of it yet. I've seen a lot of it. I haven't played a lot of it yet.
But Stanley didn't
trying
want
to
to go
say?
back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Can you fucking not? You better let me through the door.
No, no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I'm going to lose my shit.
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to...
No!
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I let my kid play this without giving her any fed up about the narrator. Once she did something on her own and noticed she was in control, I swear she made it her mission to try. Yeah, that's the whole point of the game.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ooh. Oh, I thought...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's no doors. I haven't seen this one yet. There's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yeah!
I'm remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Wait, that was a new content door.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Hello?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Do you have
You know
dementia?
what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were
you have
supposed to
dementia?
be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know
Yeah,
you
that
didn't
feels
put in any
shitty.
actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Dun, 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 dun,
All
dun,
right,
dun,
I've got a
dun,
solution.
dun.
This time, to make sure we don't
Yes.
get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Yes.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I
You
love
see,
this
the
one.
line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music. Go
Mark's video never got this far, right? No, it did. He got this far.
back and look at that fern.
What?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Okay.
You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
Line
everything
TM.
we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
you!
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Who did this?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that
I'm getting dizzy doing that.
reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Fuck.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all
No, the dementia ending?
And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
I don't want to restart if the narrator's gone.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Ugh.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story.
Let me check my phone.
Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Huh? Narrator, are you going?
All of his co-workers
No,
were
you're not.
gone. What could it mean?
Ooh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? What happened here? Did someone throw a fit? You know what? Let's go through the new content door.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Is that all the memos? I don't know.
and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Patience!
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Do I use all my jumps here? Okay.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right
I haven't played
Hell,
Portal either.
30 trillion.
I've only seen content on it.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
A big ol' thumbs up!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
This is awesome, I know. Oh, it's this.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What if I didn't?
Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. Giddy in a way, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Actually,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay.
Psst! Stanley!
No.
Come over here! In the vent! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Fine. Fine.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the
I
Memory
remember
Zone.
this.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Sorry, I have an itch. My tinnitus is terrible today. I probably won't go for much longer. So sorry, but you probably won't see all the content. But go play the game for yourself and you will.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Audience award. Wait, what did it say? Independent Games Festival. Oh. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to the last one. And they put Stanley Parable over it on tape. Good times. Smile because it happened. Little Stanley. Oh, I forgot about that. This is lovely.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I'll probably be done after this one because I realize I've been live for almost 4 hours. So... Can I go down there? Lord of mercy, yeah. Minecraft house! Minecraft dirt house. I want to touch the buttons. The end is never the end is never the end is never the...
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I can't get in there. I want to go to the serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this.
I remember this crash out.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at
Yeah,
these
I'm
in
playing on
years.
it right now.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Ah, I wanted to read that.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Preachy?
I'm not preachy, am I?
Yes, you are.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You are.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I... What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not fucking but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
Where's the
hours.
door? Where's the door?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place
I
and not
didn't
moved
know
for
it was
one
a
entire
year.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
Okay, shut up. I'm so sorry. Please let me skip this.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed.
I think I've broken him.
And said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little... The end is never the end, 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 is...
It's leaking. Ah! Oh God, it's been a gajillion years now, hasn't it? Oh, a way out, but I can't jump! Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's less pretty. Are we in open space? What's happening? Is that blood? Oh, What have I done? I'm getting out of here. Sorry. I didn't know it'd come to this. I kind of forgot. Okay. And with that, I'm going to end. Because, first of all, I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. And second of all, quick no clip into McDonald's. No. I am going to end here because A, I've been streaming for like 4 hours, and B, I want you guys to try to get this game if it ever goes on sale and play the rest for yourself. Because there's so much more content than this, and I really just played this on the spot. So, I don't want to do a whole stream on it, but this was my stream, this is my video on it. Very fun, very funny game. Very scary game, too. But I'm going to be done.